Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are across the world. I remain your G. Arenga, and to our French-speaking people, I say bonjour, bonsoir.
Redeeming the image of Africa all over the world.
Today, we are in Wida. Welcome to Wida. And we are at the sacred forest. I have beside me the person that will take us around and tell us more about what this place is all about. So the person is
Christian.
Christian, that's his name. So don't go anywhere, just stay tuned and follow us as we take you round the sacred forest.
So here we are inside of the sacred forest of the King Passer. But the King Passer, he did not die like those kings. He disappeared and turned himself into tree.
Wow.
That's why we call the whole forest sacred forest. But you visitor, you are not allowed to go everywhere, because if you are not initiated to voodoo, it's not possible. But we have in the forest the statues are representation of a divinity and person who stay with the king in ancient time. But the forest to be open since 1992 by the government, when the government and the UNESCO organized the World Festival for Food and Culture. So they allow people to come in the forest to know the king's story. Because this king fights against slave trade. And so he was a popular figure. But we call the kingdom Weda Dangbe Kingdom. The French people, they could not good pronounce Weda, they say Wida. The English also cannot pronounce good the name, they say also Wida. But we are French colony. That's why we keep the name Wida. Wida is the bad pronunciation of our French people. The real name is Wida. But the French people, they could not pronounce good Wida, they say Wida.
Okay.
So the Wida is still in the documents.
So now you know the real name is what? Wida.
Wida. So as I told you that the king did not die, he disappeared and turned himself into tree. So what the statue I'm going to explain to you are representation by the contemporary artist. So the contemporary artists will represent the statue to express themselves through the statues. So for example here, we have in our front the divinity we call in our language Tolegba. Tolegba is the divinity of protection. But the artists want to show how powerful is the divinity. On the head, we can see the crowns, mean the power of Toro. And on his bust here, you can see the sign of oracle, mean happiness. And the penis means he's the god of fertility. Because in the past, when the lady wants to become pregnant and they didn't come, they have to go to the divinity to make offering, to make sacrifice to become pregnant. But nowadays we have two possibilities. We have modern hospital. Those who stay deep inside the village, they always use the traditional way, who is a Tolegba way. Okay. And then we have this tree is more than 350 years old. It's a kola nut tree. But we always use the fruit to
It's a kola nut tree.
Kola nut tree.
Oh, okay.
But this kola is totally different. We always use to heal people in traditional way. This is a sander. The sander, the artist want to say, the sander, before the rain, the sander make the light on the sky. And he want to say this light come out his mouth. And when he bring this stick up, the rain begin. And when he bring this down, the rain stop. It's just by imagination. It's not the reality. But all the artists, they want to always make, express themselves.
Yes.
Through
what they do, yeah.
They do. This is a Vodou adept. Here they want to show how they dress. If you belong to Vodou, you dress different when they are the Vodou festival. So they want to show how they dress.
That's good.
And here we have the two faces man. The artist want to say that he get power to get information from everywhere. That's why he represents with two faces. It's like we can compare him like 007, James Bond, or secret agent like CIA.
CIA.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And here we have the king's entrance. We have the king's entrance because the king can come in the forest once a year. We have ceremony to welcome him. That's why he has his own entrance.
Okay, so this is the king's entrance.
Yes, entrance. But here also we have and here we have the rainbow. So the artists want to show that whatever happened, the life is continuing.
Okay.
That's the meaning of the second form.
Yeah, second form.
Life is continuing. Whatever happened, life is continuing forever. And here we have the wisdom. Because in Africa, we compare the old man like a library. Yeah. So when the people, young people, they want to organize any festival concerning Vodou, they must close the old man to have advice to never do mistake. Because Vodou is very quiet. It's something you cannot do wrong. You have to do what is right in Vodou way. And the Vodou also, there's no page on the book you can read how to worship Vodou. You cannot go to find Vodou on Google. So we always close the old man to have advice to never do mistake. And here we have the young girl. The young girl, she's new Vodou adept. And when you are new Vodou adept, you need to show yourself that you are new. Reason why she cannot dress completely. She dress half, that was 3 months. But after 3 months, she can dress like everybody. We always call them the novice.
Okay, those that are just joining.
Yes, the novice.
Okay, the novice.
Yes.
Okay.
But when you become Vodou adept, you change your life way.
Okay.
You stop something you do before. After you become Vodou adept, you must look like a responsible person. And this tree have a special story. This tree you see in the wall, this tree fell down since 1988 by storm and blocked the way.
Wow. And
the people come to cut the tree to get the way. They were cutting the tree and the tree wake up by himself. But we guys, we don't have more explanation past that, but everybody has his opinion. For the Vodou people, they believe that there's something wrong happened in the forest, reason why the tree wake up by himself. But the scientific people, those who do not believe voodoo, they say that maybe the roots stay under the ground. That's why the tree wake up by himself. So the most
the tree was cut down.
The tree fall down by stone.
It fell by itself.
By stone.
By storm. Okay. The tree fell down by storm. Okay.
And blocked the way.
Oh.
And the people want to
pass through the place, and they couldn't pass through, so they decided
to cut the tree,
to cut it.
To cut the tree.
Okay.
But when they were cutting the tree, the tree wake up by himself. In voodoo way, they believe that maybe something wrong happened in the forest. But those who do not believe voodoo, they say that the roots stay under the ground. That's why the tree wake up by himself.
Oh.
But the most important, everybody has his opinion, and the most important is that this happened in 1988.
So we are still at the sacred forest.
Now we are going to see the king's tree.
The
king's tree.
The king's tree. Yes.
So as I told you that the king did not die.
I heard that the king didn't die.
He disappeared and turned himself into tree.
Wow. So why did he do that? Was he angry? Did anyone offended him?
In the past, when you are in the war, you are in challenge with another kingdom, and you know that you cannot win the war. When they catch you, they can use your body to do whatever they want. Reason why the king say, I could not win the war, but they will not catch me.
Okay, it was during the war.
Yes. So they could not catch me. That's the reason why he turned himself into tree.
But then who are the people? Are we talking about the Western world or what? Or just the war within?
With another kingdom.
Okay, with another kingdom.
Another kingdom we call Dahomey.
Okay, Dahomey.
Because the reason of the war is that when the slave, the Abome kingdom is the biggest kingdom, and he have the power, he have gun to fight against the smallest kingdom to get the war prisoner.
Okay.
So the war prisoner as sold that like slave, but that was the pot. Why was the pot when they can pass the slave to go to
wherever
Europe.
they are taking them to.
So he see how they treat them.
Oh, yeah.
And he say it's not possible. I cannot accept that. But when he decided to stop that, the Abome kingdom want to go to the war with him. That's why the war is happening.
Not allow them to catch him alive.
Yes.
So instead of that, it now turned into a tree.
Yes.
Wow.
This is the tree since 1661.
Oh, 1661. That's when this happened.
Yes, we call this tree Iroko. But here it's possible for anybody to make a wish. To make the wish is very simple. You take off your shoes and you touch the tree with your left hand. But after your wish, if you have something there, you put like sacrifice. Okay. But it's by choice to make a wish. It's not an obligation.
Not an obligation. Oh, okay, that's good.
But here we have the Ogu. Ogu is a divinity who protects those who are
Ogu from what I know
Nigeria.
is god of iron.
Okay. Originally, this divinity comes from Nigeria since 400 years ago.
Oh.
By Yoruba people. So, it's a god who protects those who are permanent contact with iron, like taxi driver, pilot. But it's a couple. Here we have the male, there is a female.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. So what is this place?
This is like a store. They put the voodoo accessories there.
Okay.
But the accessory they put there is like a calabash.
Okay.
The women take to go to the river to take a walk, to take a water.
Okay. Calabash.
Yeah,
okay,
calabash,
like
yeah.
that.
Calabash.
Okay. The hunter.
The hunter, he wants to kill animal inside the forest, and the animal turn himself into snake, and they hold the gun and tell him you are not allowed to kill everything inside you see inside the forest. But this is a message for everybody. The message means that what we give to the nature is what the nature will give us back. So then we need to protect the nature and we need to respect the nature.
Okay, that's lovely. That's interesting.
But here also we have the thunder here. The thunder, the thunder here is like a god of justice. Oh. There we have the male. There is the female. And here,
this is the male. That's God of justice. And this one is this is
the Chakatu, but in English, most people say voodoo doll.
okay.
Voodoo doll really is not a voodoo. It's an old practice our ancestors used to punish the bad men. Because in the past, when the hunter go to fight to make a hunt on the
forest,
bush,
yeah.
sometimes they can meet the very strangest animal. So wherever they gun them, they could not die. So they use this to kill them.
Oh,
So from day to day, the king also decided to use it to punish the bad men. Because in the past, there's no justice palace, no police to run after the bad men. If you are a bad man, you can make the bad men to run away, no matter for the distance. It's very simple. They know your name, and they prepare some jujus, and they pronounce bad words, and they send to you. Wherever you are, you will be affected in your body. You cannot stay free 1 minute. So you need to come back in the kingdom. They will explain to you what you do bad and forgive you.
okay.
It's the only way they use to punish the bad men. But nowadays, people still have the power. They can use in right way, or they can use in bad way. They use always if they are in challenge with you, if they want to make bad to you, they can use it.
Oh, that's good.
So here we have the syncretism religiosity. This symbolizes Christianity.
Christianity.
See, and this symbolizes voodoo. Because this story is a story for the slave. When the slave went in America or Europe, they are not allowed to practice their own religion officially. They must practice the chief religion, who is the Christianity. So when they go to church morning, they come back to home, they practice voodoo to never forget their origin. If your chief do something wrong to you, you are not allowed to complain because your chief is supposed to be your God.
Okay.
Some stupid things to control them. But when the slave look at them, they fight each other about money. They say we cannot follow them. Reason why, when they come back to home, they practice voodoo to never forget their origin. Because if you don't have a religion, you lose yourself.
Yes.
Another person can control yourself.
Yes, yes. Oh, wow.
So here we have the farmer. It's just to give honor to the farmer and the world, because no farmer, no food. Here we have the diviner, the king's diviner.
Okay.
Before the king do something important, he must close the diviner to know what will happen to him. But after the consultation, the diviner are able to tell him what is going to happen to him. But this means bad sign to the king. But nobody are not allowed to announce bad news to the king, because the king is supposed to be the last. Reason why he's thinking which strategy he can use to announce the news to the king. If he say, I'm very sorry, you will die, he will be the first.
Oh my God.
Then we are in the end of the visit. If you have any more questions about the forest.
From what I've seen, it's like itself, you've really explained everything to us in such a way that I don't think we need to ask any question. And I really appreciate this place. Is another historical place on earth, and if you come to Republic of Benin, I'm imploring you now to make sure you visit Ouidah. When you get to Ouidah, you will get to know, in fact, a lot of history that has to do with the old Republic of Benin, and particularly make sure you visit the sacred forest. So till I come your way again next time with another interesting video, I want to use this medium to say thank you to Mr. Christian and the co-workers at the Sacred Forest. And I want to use this medium to say keep watching Arenga TV and do not go anywhere. If you have not yet subscribed, kindly do so now and turn on the notification bell. Till I come your way again next time with another video, I say goodbye. To all our French-speaking people, I say au revoir. And now it is au d'abord. Catch ya.